Good evening, I'm Kimilia and this is KiniNews. Harapan's rival continued to use DAP to paint the coalition as non-Malay dominated. Muhyiddin said this is why Anwar will never be Prime Minister, because Malays reject DAP.
Anwar Ibrahim's pursuit to become Prime Minister will remain a dream as long as he is in alliance with DAP. This is according to Perikatan Nasional Chief Muhyiddin Yassin. Speaking at the Jelajah PN Best Ceramah series in Tambun, Perak yesterday, Muhyiddin said Anwar will never achieve his goal because Malays would continue to reject DAP. Speaking to a crowd of 600 people, Muhyiddin said during his short stint as Prime Minister, he had conveyed this message to Anwar. DAP has been supporting Anwar's bid for the Prime Ministership since 1999 general election. As DAP primarily draws support from the Chinese and Indian voters, PN leaders have been repeatedly using this fact to paint the Harapan coalition as a non-Malay dominated coalition. As for PN, Muhyiddin is their sole candidate for Prime Minister. Both Muhyiddin and Anwar are 75 years old. To show up his own credentials, Muhyiddin claimed that he had received Anwar's endorsement back in 1998, when the latter was the Deputy Prime Minister.
Bring an umbrella or a raincoat because it's going to be a wet polling day in Malaysia on Saturday based on Met Malaysia's latest forecast.
The Malaysian Meteorological Department has forecasted a rainy day for most of the country on November 19th. That's when the nation goes to the polls to elect a new government in GE15. Most states ranging from Sarawak to Selangor to Perlis will experience sunny weather in the mornings but heavy rain in the evenings. This is according to the freshly updated weather predictions on the Met Malaysia website. The rain predictions range from heavy thunderstorms to persistent light rain. It's even worse in Kelantan, where most districts can expect rainy weather throughout the day. Interestingly, the trend is reversed in Penang, where a rainy morning can be expected to be followed by clear afternoon weather. The weather forecast is in line with Met Malaysia's warnings last month, when experts said it was not ideal for GE15 to be held during the northeast monsoon. Met Malaysia Deputy Director General Muhammad Hashim Muhammad Anib said GE15 should not be held this year. He said specifically during a time when weather patterns are going through change.
Mazli has apologized to UMNO supporters for generalizing about the party after he was chased away by two men in Sungai Rinai who accused the Harapan candidate of lying.
Saya bantu semua orang. Apa cik malu macam ni? Cik malu. Ni dunia tengok anak cucu cik malu je. Anak cucu cik malu. Ada maruah sikit. Cik malu anak cucu. Kencing. Malu anak cucu tengok. Kencing. Cik, apa cik?
Pakatan Harapan Simpang Renggam candidate Mazli Malik has apologized for generalizing and offending UMNO supporters. This was during his altercation with the two angry men who accused him of being a lying politician. He explained that one of the men involved in the incident is the Sungai Rinai's village chief and a strong UMNO supporter. He said he forgives the men. Mazli also said in the state of being provoked, he reacted badly by generalizing. He added that despite the village chief and the other person being strong UMNO supporters, they do not represent all UMNO members. On Sunday, there was a brief altercation between Mazli Malik and two older men. They did not allow the Harapan candidate to enter a temporary flood evacuation center at Sungai Rinai. Another group of residents who are seeking shelter after their homes were flooded last night defended Mazli, who arrived with Harapan election machinery. Several police officers were seen holding back the two angry men who accused Mazli of being a lying politician. Speaking to reporters after the incident, Mazli said their actions were a typical sign of BN's bully mentality.
The KL High Court today found that the prosecution failed to show that the assets linked to 1MDB seized from pavilion residences in 2018 were the result of unlawful activity.
The government has failed in its legal action to forfeit 80 million ringgit in 1MDB-linked cash, jewellery and other assets seized from pavilion residences in 2018. The Kuala Lumpur High Court this morning dismissed the forfeiture suit against OBU Holdings Sendirian Berhad, the owner of the condominium units in Kuala Lumpur. Judge Muhammad Jamil Hussain ruled that the prosecution, on a balance of probability, failed to show that the assets are the result of unlawful activity. OBU is the sole respondent in the government's 1MDB-linked forfeiture suit. However, former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak, his wife Rosma Mansour, and Lebanese jeweler Global Royalty Trading SAL are third-party claimants. The ruling, with no stay order on it, in effect would lead to the return of seized assets to OBU. This would namely involve 2,435 pieces of jewelry, 7 watches, and 29 handbags. Previously, the prosecution's forfeiture bid sought 680 million ringgit worth of assets and cash, but it has since been revised to the current figure.
Tian Chua's symbol as an independent in GE15 is a chair, and there's a deeper meaning to why he chose it, as his latest art installation will show.
Batu independent candidate Tian Chua unveiled an art installation today. The first piece in Sentul appears to be a giant chair. The sculpture, dubbed Kursi Rakyat or Seat of the People, is part of his campaign. It will be installed in 8 locations across the constituency. The installation, which has the same silhouette as the Parliament building, was built by artists, including activist Hishamuddin Rais, to show their support for Chua as a reformasi icon. Chua said while GE15 candidates are all fighting for seats, the seats actually belong to the people. Hishamuddin, who shared a cell with Chua while detained under the ISA in the Reformasi era, said he supported Chua because he is a true reformist.
Actor Zul Huzaimi is in hot water after a speech he gave on November 4th went viral. Now the actor has apologized. Here's what all the fuss is about.
Actor Zul Huzaimi has apologized for stating that he harbored a wish to slaughter Kafir Harbi during his speech on November 4th. The apology was contained in a video clip which he posted on his Instagram account earlier this morning. Zul claimed that the contentious portion of his speech was taken out of context when viewed in isolation and shared online. He said that speech saw him explaining the difference between Kafir Dhimmi and Kafir Harbi, while stressing that the former deserved Muslim protection because they accepted Muslim rule. He added that as for Kafir Harbi, they refer to those who are clearly the enemies of Islam. Non-Muslims who hate Islam are racist and cause problems such as not allowing the azan to be heard in some places at a loud volume. As an example, Zul claimed that he received a video clip yesterday depicting a group of non-Muslims playing the drums outside a mosque during Ishaq prayer time and thus was disrespectful. On November 4th, Zul spoke at the Carnival Penghayatan Islam event in Chukai, Terengganu, where he made the inflammatory remark. He said that he would have slaughtered the Kafir Harbi if not for the laws in the country. Zul then asked the audience if they too would do the same, and some agreed.
MIC is hoping to do better this election compared to the disaster for the party that was GE14. So how are the party's top leaders convincing voters? Through music.
MIC's top 2 leaders, S.A. Vigneswaran and M. Saravanan, have taken a musical approach to win the hearts of voters in GE15. Vigneswaran, who is hoping to reclaim MIC's traditional seat of Sungai Siput in Perak, has an audio clip praising him. However, Saravanan, who is defending the Tapa seat in Perak, outdid his president with a music video. Titled Idola Warga Tapa, the video, which appeared to be filmed in India, featured singers and dancers. It also featured clips of the caretaker Human Resources Minister at various events, including playing football. There are also images of Saravanan with the late former MIC president S. Sami Velu and caretaker Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob. Among others, the song praised the 54-year-old minister as a great leader and Tamil poet. Meanwhile, the MIC president's clip is accompanied by an image featuring him wearing a BN shirt with the caption, Restore Sungai Siput P062. The song was also filled with praise. MIC is contesting 10 parliamentary and 4 state seats in this election. In the last general election, Saravanan emerged as the party's sole MP.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.